Good morning, A-Bird Freedom fam. So here we are, another drinking coffee and knowing things, right? Small, compact, ready to go, caffeine to caffeinate and educate. That's going to be the theme this morning. Small, ready to go. Okay. What the hell does that mean? I'm glad you asked, concerning imaginary person behind the camera, because it's just me. Recently, a lot of customers have started looking into Bugout bags, 24-hour bags, 72-hour bags, things of this nature, and that's all great. But I'm going to back it up 30 years. When I first started learning about bug-out concepts and stuff like that, it was an E&E kit. An E&E kit, an escape and evasion kit, and it was small. My first one was in a 40mm star cluster aluminum tube and went underneath the ass pack on my Alice gear. Okay, it was just the bare essentials to hopefully keep me alive while I was escaping and evading. Alright, but what does that have to do with the price of tea at China? Why are you drinking that little can of coffee? Well, I'm glad you asked, other imaginary person that's not here with me, because I'm talking to myself, talking to you, listening to me. Sustainment. Sustainment would be a pack this size. That's going to be, in my opinion only, these are just my thoughts, your 72-hour bag or whatever, that might have a lightweight sleep system. It might have a cook stove. It might have a couple extra meals in it. Might have a ground tarp, a top tarp, a poncho liner, maybe a Ranger roll. I'll bring that into another overly caffeinated educating video later, what a Ranger roll is and why. But that's more sustainment, right? But if you're escaping or evading, or you're bugging out and you're just trying to get back to where maybe you came from, you're out and about, something more like this sling bag might be appropriate, right? Trying to move fast, minimal amount of equipment. So let's take a look. I went around the shop this morning, just threw some items in here. If I had to grab a quote-unquote bug-out bag out of my shop real quick and beat feet, some of the items that I would have in there. Well, we'll start with the back pocket. I've got one low sodium MRE in there. The reason for just one, I'm going to go ahead and at the end of this video will be a link to the video I did on pulling resources from one meal ready to eat. A lot of stuff you can do with it, but let's move on. Okay, cool. Top little zipper pocket. I've got two parachute cord bracelets because 550 cord is invaluable. And I've got a little line cutter. And that all fits in a tiny little zipper pocket. Then in this other outside pocket, I've got a little crowbar that came in a man crate of beef jerky. Okay, that makes sense. Maybe you might need to pry open something. Great. I got a adventure medical kit, trauma kit, plus collapsible water container so I can procure water on the move. An inline filter straw, nice and small. This package is also a Ziploc bag, so after you use it, you can pack it up. Fire starter. And here's one that gets a lot of people. So I threw in a 12 by 22 stuff sack. So if I don't know how long I'm going to be on foot traveling to where I'm trying to get to, and I come across resources that maybe I want to take with me, maybe I come across the tarp, I come across whatever, I have a way of go ahead and carrying those with me. An emergency mylar blanket. No, it's not tactical because it's shiny as shit, right? But you're trying to hide, maybe you're going to find a little crevice, hole, whatever to crawl into. You're going to need to retain that body heat. But wait, you don't have anything to cut with. All you have is a line cutter. No, because in this little pack, I've got all kinds of little pockets. So I've got a Columbia River Knife and Tool Company, M16 serrated. That's it. That would be if I was on my feet trying to get to somewhere. That's primarily what I would take with me. And then one last thing, I would have a signal mirror. Maybe you're out hiking, you got lost, you've got this, but you lost your main pack or whatever happened, flash flood, snowstorm, that would suck. But now, if I know people are out looking for me, I can go ahead and signal them using the mirror. We'll go into using a signal mirror in another episode as well. I just wanted to show a little bit of the difference between emergency running for your life, let's say. Let's just go worst case scenario. You're running for your life. You're trying to get to your home base because that's where your supplies are. This is just designed just to get me there. Keep me alive to get to my stuff to make me happy, fat, and comfortable. This would be the size that my 72-hour sustainment bag would be. As more and more people are turning to more and more equipment versus knowledge, their bags are getting bigger because they're dependent more on items rather than themselves. So that's all I got today for drinking coffee and knowing things. Just a little breakdown between the difference between a bug-out bag or an E&E kit, and then more along the lines of sustainment. Sustainment keeps you comfortable longer. E&E or bug-out is just there to get you to your sustainment or to your friendly people. Everybody stay safe. The more you learn, the less you have to carry. That's all I got for today. Out.